Fox wasn't the only media shakeup today. CNN announced longtime anchor Don Lemon would be leaving.
Every generation Americans have faced the moment. We have to defend democracy.
In American history, and it's not even close. But the good news is we are going to reverse every single crisis, calamity.
She was never loose, because I only could take 5 inches of dick. Hey, guess what? You better chill out before I make your husband find out. Ain't nothing loose about this motherfucking court.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host as always, Kenny Diggs here. Glad you can join us here on The Take on this Thursday, April 27, 2023. Yes, what an eventful week it's been on The Take, but first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Alright, let's get to the big story. The big story of the week is two big shakeup in major news. Two big anchors. Tucker Carlson let go by Fox News. Don Lemon let go by CNN. Wow. It was a big start to the week. Let's see how all this transpired between Lemon getting let go by CNN as Carlson was let go by Fox right now.
Monday, in the meantime, have the best weekend with the ones that you love, and we'll see you then.
With that, Tucker Carlson signed off on his show Friday, but he would not be coming back. Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways, the network said in a surprise statement today, offering no explanation for ending the most popular show on cable news. The audience tops 3 million on an average night, viewers drawn to Carlson's far-right opinions on issues from January 6th to immigration.
This policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries.
Carlson leaves just days after Fox Corporation settled a defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting System for $787.5 million. Neither the network or Carlson has responded to requests for comment. The popular host is also being sued by former Fox producer Abby Grossberg. She accuses Carlson of promoting a hostile work environment, speaking to NBC News in an exclusive interview.
Women were objectified. It was a game. It was a sport. It was like being in a locker room.
In a statement, the network called the claims unmeritorious and riddled with false allegations. But Carlson's departure from Fox wasn't the only media shakeup today. CNN announced longtime anchor Don Lemon would be leaving.
So good morning, everyone. Welcome in. We're so glad that you could join us here.
CEO Chris Licht thanked Lemon in a message to the company, adding Don will forever be a part of the CNN family. Lemon tweeting a different take on his sudden departure. I am stunned. I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly. CNN denies the claim that management didn't offer him an opportunity for a meeting. Lemon's departure comes just 2 months after controversial comments he made on air about women, specifically presidential candidate and former UN ambassador Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what? Talking about prime for being president.
The facts are. Google it.
Lemon later said he regretted the comments and called them inartful and irrelevant. Licht kept him on the anchor desk, telling staff he would participate in unspecified formal training, according to CNN Business. But tonight, the controversial anchor is out of a job. NBC News' parent company, NBC Universal, is also dealing with a sudden departure. CEO Jeff Shell is leaving after an investigation revealed inappropriate conduct, according to Comcast, which owns NBC Universal. Shell writing, I had an inappropriate relationship with a woman in the company, which I deeply regret. I'm truly sorry I let colleagues down. A lawyer for CNBC anchor Hadley Gamble says the investigation into Mr. Shell arose from a complaint by my client of sexual harassment and sex discrimination. Shell and Comcast have not commented on those allegations. Tonight, the media landscape is shaken, with 3 very familiar faces no longer in the picture.
And 70 with Tucker.
As you saw right there, Don Lemon, Tucker Carlson, both gone from their respective networks. And they was both the leading anchors of the networks from prime time. Tucker Carlson was doing prime time for so long. He thought he was actually going to have a job by even on Monday and continue on. But that wasn't the case after Fox decided to let him go. Like I said, with Tucker Carlson, what's next for him, we don't know. Don Lemon, we're hearing reports that he may be heading towards he might be suing CNN I mean, that's what he looked like when he sent this message that he wasn't announced and they didn't let him know ahead of time. And who knows, he might have his bromance with Chris Como on News Nation. I think that's going to happen eventually. You know how it be. We'll see that coming up. How this all goes out. That's like with Don Lemon, Don Lemon and Chris Como.
Sorry, that picture. I can't even look at it.
You must.
I can't even look at it, Chris. Every time it comes up, I have to look away. I can't. And I'm not being dramatic. It's just.
Yeah, I could see that, but we'll know eventually one day. Even Don Lemon was on the red carpet, and some reporter had asked Don Lemon, "What's next for him?" Here's what Don Lemon had to say.
I'm not making headlines. What a surprise.
Leaving CNN.
I think that my statement speaks for itself. Yeah, it was a surprise, but life goes on. You know, that's behind me, and we'll see what happens in the future. But
Do you have a game plan for what's next? Are you going after the company? What's going on?
I'm going to spend my summer on the beach and on the boat and with my family and just chill out, and then I'll see what happens next. But I am fortunate enough to be in a position where I can do that, where I have time. I don't have to rush to another job. Even if I want another job, I do. I want to work again, but I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I don't have to worry about those things.
You seem excited for a new chapter.
I am excited for a new chapter because I think, you know, life is short, and you have to, whatever life hands you, you have to bob and weave and do it. I didn't think I would be at work one evening, and I'd get a phone call that my sister had died. But I had to deal with that. I didn't think that, you know, my dad would die young of diabetes. I had to deal with that. You know, and so there are lots of things that come your way that are unexpected, but I'm a survivor. I come from strong, sturdy stock in Louisiana, and a lot of people who are rooting for me and who love me. And of course, this man standing right behind you.
Here, Tim, so you're leaning on this guy quite a bit, I assume.
A lot.
Has he been driving you nuts?
No.
Yep, Don Lemon's moving forward. I guess, like we said, we'll see what's next with Don Lemon coming forward at this. All right, in celebrity news, Ashanti and Nelly rekindled their romance after 11 years of their breakup. I mean, you see the pictures right here. Ashanti and Nelly back together. Ain't no telling they're together. They just ain't gonna say they're together, but hey, it's their privacy. You know, there you go. Speaking of that, in breaking news, singer, actor, human rights activist Harry Belafonte died this week at the age of 96. Man, Harry Belafonte lived a long life. Now Harry Belafonte has passed on. We send our thoughts and condolences to his family. Even more breaking news, talk show host Jerry Springer has passed away at the age of 79. Wow, everyone, Jerry Springer, you know, controversial TV, as you see it, Jerry Springer was the heartbeat of it. He even gave Oprah a run for her money. He will be missed as well. So we send our condolences to Harry Belafonte and Jerry Springer. All right, talk shows. We're hearing that Red Table Talk has been canceled by Facebook. Well, I guess that was the only light breed on Facebook, but Red Table Talk officially canceled. So Jada Pinkett Smith gonna shop her series elsewhere. She might do it on Apple or Amazon or somewhere else. Red Table Talk. The memories on that show. Will Smith confronted his wife on about cheating on him. It was a lot to digest. I'll tell you that right now. All right, on Sherry. Sherry welcomes legendary singer Patti LaBelle. And Patti LaBelle talked about how she likes to kick her shoes off and give it to the fans. Well, here's what Patti had to say about that. Take a look.
Your eyelashes off. You will give away your furs. And that shoe comes off. It's about to go down.
And they better give it back. I've lost many shoes like that. They said, but Patty, you gave it to me. I said, boo, no, I didn't. No.
Yep, Patti LaBelle likes to kick her shoes off and do the dances, but she expects her shoes to be back. But Patti LaBelle, don't be trying to kick your shoes off and then you want it back. Come on, it's a two-way double standard, two-way street. I'm telling you. But she looked good. She don't look like she's almost 80. I'm telling you right now. Speaking of that, on Sherry welcomed Bill Bellamy, comedian. And Bill Bellamy talked about red flags that dudes need to worry about when dating women. Take a look.
Right.
Okay, so what were your red flags on the first date?
Red flags would be like a lot of kids.
Like,
You just can't date when you got a lot of kids. You know, what's another good red flag? A crazy ex-boyfriend.
a crazy ex-boyfriend.
Because, you know, you sitting there at Red Lobster, he like, hey, how y'all doing? And they be like, why is he here? And then women never tell you how crazy their ex was, or they never tell you how long they broke up.
That's right.
Like, how long y'all been broke up? Well, you know, like, they always say a year ago. You know, and when it was really Monday.
Okay.
I know that's right. Bill Bellamy got a point. You know, that's the red flags right there. You know, when Bill Bellamy was saying you need to speak on that to existence with that memo, and be like, okay, let's find somebody like how Marcus Houston was doing. But you know, everybody. Then if you got kids and multiple kids, find somebody else that got multiple kids and start a Brady Bunch. That's how I go. You know how they be. But it is a double standard in this world. You know, hey, unfortunately, shouldn't, but hey, it is. We'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is the Take here on Connect TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Take. I'm your host as always, Kenny Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Take on this Thursday, April 23, 2023. Yes. All right. We get all joining that conversation using the hashtag and just subscribe. So hey, it's simple. All right. On the political rundown, President Biden announced his re-election campaign for a second term. Let's look at that.
Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred. That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy. This shouldn't be a revolution. Protect our rights. Make sure that everyone in this country is treated equal. That everyone's given a fair shot to make it. Every generation Americans have faced the moment. We have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. And this is our moment.
Yes, the president is eager and he wants to finish the story. Let's finish this, and like the president like to say, well, we could see a potential rematch between Biden and Trump from 2020 again 4 years later. As meanwhile, Trump had this video and said this about his potential challenger that he's running against. Take a look.
In American history, and it's not even close. But the good news is we are going to reverse every single crisis, calamity, and disaster that Joe Biden has created. I am running for president to end the destruction of our country and to complete the unfinished business of making America great again. We will make our country better than ever before, and we will always put America first. And on top of all...
Yep. It's just crazy. It's like 4 years ago, Trump was the incumbent president and Biden was the challenger. Now, 4 years later, Biden is the incumbent president and Trump is the challenger. It just calls all right now. But Trump's got a lot on his plate. Being with the Stormy Daniels situation, issues with E.G. Gray, the author, about Trump had used the R word on her. So there's a lot going on with Trump. I don't know, there's a lot heavy on him, but his fans are his supporters are still sticking with him one way or another. So hey, yeah, what it is. All right, on the reality show clip down, reality housewife star of Atlanta, Kenya Moore and Sheree Whitfield visit the talk, and they was fighting over who had the most iconic catchphrase. Let's look with this.
Beyonce quoting me. I mean, everyone quotes me. Everyone. I mean, bye, Felicia. That's me. Okay.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't come for me unless I send for you. Who doesn't say that, girl? I'm iconic. I'm iconic.
Oh, no.
I said it on the show, which made it a part of pop culture.
Oh, she's tapping right now.
I know that's me on me.
Who's gonna check me, boo? Is iconic. No, who's gonna check me, boo? It's iconic. People still say it to this day.
I actually knew.
Hands down, the most iconic line.
So many phrases.
Housewives. Okay.
I mean, both of them had both iconic catchphrase. I meant to say, you know, Sheree with "Who's gonna check me, boo," and Kenya with "Who's gonna send? Don't send. I'm gonna send. Don't send me for you." You know, all of them are counted. So they kind of make a point. So both of them equally. You know, both of them had their moments, and they will live on in their Housewives franchise history. I'll tell you that right now. All right. On another reality. Sukihana did an interview with Jason Lee. We know Sukihana is a freak at heart and a freak of nature. And Mama D is somewhat of a freak of heart, but old. But her and Mama D is like oil and water. They don't mix. Well, Sukihana took the time to address Mama D on Jason Lee's show. And here's what she had to say.
Mama D. Yeah, y'all is crazy. I was just very appalled when she did the interview and brought my name up, act like she knew who the fuck I was.
Yeah.
Like, if the interview was about you, why are you I'm so good with the good coochie? Like, you just randomly say, who's that girl that always talk about her coochie? The black fat one? One thing about it, baby girl, you see all this? Ain't enough about me saying, oh, my teeth is in. One time they broke out, but they're in my mouth right now, sister girl. She saying, oh, loose lips, sank ships. Baby, one thing about this coochie, it was never loose, because I only could take 5 inches a dick. Hey, guess what? You better chill out before I make your husband find out. Ain't nothing loose about this motherfucking coochie. Guess what? This ship don't sink. This ship is Noah's Ark, and it saves 2 animals of every motherfucking species, bitch. Your motherfucking coochie say ship's Titanic, baby. Mine's is Noah's Ark. And baby, if I open this motherfucking leg, you will see this motherfucking coochie. You never sink a ship. Mine saved the motherfucking world, bitch.
Oh my God, Sukihana is sick. Sukihana is that, you know what, that bad, you know what. But she crazy, but she's crazy with a heart of gold. But she went in on Mama D and railed her. I think Mama D might have gonna come back at her harder than ever. I think these two women gonna have to box. So I have to do something. Talking about her teeth ain't there, and then, you know, oh God, it just made Jason Lee speechless. Tell you that right now. All right. And finally, the viral video of the week. As we see this viral video as a grandmother, a doting grandmother, telling her daughter about her baby and saying what she needs to do to take advantage of everything. Take a look.
Some of this Similac, some of this milk samples and stuff. You better get some of these wipes and stuff. That's enough to get you some stuff. You ain't acting embarrassed. I saw on the news they was eating the baby. They was body slamming kids. Give me the baby. Baby can't go. Come here. Let me see the baby is. That baby gonna be chocolate. Gonna be chocolate just like grandma. How you wrapping that baby up? What you over here doing? Where you get that from? YouTube? Give me the baby. You better be trying to get you some sleep. You know when you get home, that's it. Get as much rest as you can as possible. And this nurse, you keep coming in here. She trying to get some sleep. Every time she closes her eyes, you coming in here aggravating her. This little milk ain't worth nothing. I'm putting a cereal list right here. Put your little collard greens, huh? So my boy could be strong. What you mean the daddy side of the family want to see the baby? The baby ain't never 2 days old.
The grandma did that. The daughter grandma, she's kind of funny on here. She's talking like any other grandma would and saying what she needs to say and being able to speak that into existence. I think the grandma more excited and more fun about having the grandson than ever before. So, good luck for the grandma and stuff. All right, that is the Take this week. I've been your host, Kenny Dick, saying so long. We'll see you next time for another edition of the Take. See you later.